Hi there. So it is currently Monday. Today is all about video editing for, well, by the time you see this, it'll probably be last week's video, possibly. And I got this box yesterday that I was gonna put off, but I decided, it's the week before Christmas. I should probably put this up. And it's actually my wreath. So my wreath came in. I ordered this back from Oregon, actually. So I found my wreath hanger that I'm gonna do on that. And I'm like, you know what, before I sit and do like 6 hours worth of video editing and all that stuff, I am gonna put my wreath up. And Mel is very, just Mel. Also what happened is I emptied out all of the boxes from this area and I got this cute bench from Marshall's, I believe. It was Marshall's. I got this really cute bench. It has some drawers. Eventually I'm gonna paint this whole room and put some board and batten wall up and do some hooks and kind of do like a whole little mudroom type deal over here. But I thought I would just set it over there and make it look kind of cute for now. And you can almost not tell that the whole floor is crooked with it sitting there like that, which is nice. Hey everybody, so today is gonna be fun because I finally get to redo my office, which is pretty nice because sitting in a room that's not done, but it's like kind of filled and kind of cluttered, it's just not working. So we're gonna get to painting and I'm honestly not sure what I'm gonna do yet. I'm honestly not sure what I'm gonna paint what. So that'll be fun. Yeah, just kind of look at a wall and go like, I feel like you should be green or something like that. I don't know. I do want this wall to be an accent wall because that's going to be the background of a lot of my videos and photos, I guess. Might do something to it. I don't know. I don't know if I even have the materials to do an accent wall. I don't know what kind of accent wall I want to do. I don't know. I'm really just doing this room very impulsively today. But it's Christmas, so I'm just gonna do it. This is gonna be like my little Christmas present to myself. It is a completely redone office. So let's see how it goes. Ready to supervise me? Yeah. She brought her ball in here, so she has a toy to play with while she is supervising me. And she's sitting on the towel that I use to move my bookcase because I am not as strong as I used to be. Your ball's over here. There you go. Hi there guys. So what I thought would be like one of the easiest rooms of the house, cause didn't look like there was much to do, turned into me completely sealing my windows, because when I was standing at the top of my little stepladder, the complete tops of these vinyl windows, like they are new vinyl windows that the previous owner put in. But when you step up and you look at the top of the vinyl windows, there's about a good centimeter gap between that and the frame, and it goes straight outside. Like now I know why I was getting like those stink bugs and all that stuff in the house, because the tops of these windows straight up were not sealed. But now they're sealed. Now they're all good. Yeah, so I was hoping to just like, whip on a coat of paint, have some fun with it. But no. These windows this house annoys me at every step. But it also is so pretty when it's done that I'm like I'm willing to forgive all of the shit eye was put through because now it looks pretty. But I'm just not at that stage yet, so I'm a little annoyed. All right, good morning. This is gonna be day 2 of the office refresh, I guess. I guess we can call this like a 2-day refresh. Yeah, so all of the base colors are done. They're all put down. You can probably see a little bit of it from behind me. So I'm gonna paint the closet today. I'm probably just gonna paint that all one color, just kind of deal with it, just throw some paint on there. And then I'm gonna do the accent wall. And I've been going back and forth on this a lot because I want to do a gallery wall as well. And I want to be able to put a bunch of pictures on that wall as well. So I don't want the accent wall to be so busy that pictures look weird. And yeah, there's a lot of things. So I think I have an idea of what I want to do. And I have a base color. I have a base peach color that we were going to use for the front room. We will probably still use it for the front room. But I also have an entire case of paint because I used to be a painter. So we will see how this turns out. And I gotta do it kind of quickly because I have a party tonight to go to, kind of like a little mini party, a little Christmas gingerbread making party that I got invited to by one of my church friends. Yeah, getting a little bit of a late start because last night I had a little bit of a fiasco, I guess. It was definitely a crisis on my part. Last night I was getting ready to go to bed. I was checking all the locks and turning on the alarms and everything. And when I went to check the front door, for anybody who doesn't live in the South has much bigger bugs than what I'm used to in Oregon. Oregon, like, we've got our bugs, but they're not crazy big. They're not scary. They're not poisonous. They're not deadly in any way, shape, or form. They don't even look that deadly. Down in the South, though, bugs are bigger. Bugs are bigger. So being on an old farmhouse and being on property in the winter, I've learned that bugs like to try and come into the house. All kinds of bugs, stink bugs, beetles, moths. And last night I had a cockroach walk right through my front door. I went into the front room and there was just one chilling by the front door and I was like, what the hell is this? And I just stared at it. I'm like, I've never seen one that big in my life. I quickly Googled if size matters with cockroaches. I quickly Googled if I have an infestation that I didn't know about. And after a lot of like freaking out and Googling, a lot of debunking and everything, I figured out that, no, this guy came from the outdoors. And he just walked right through the bottom of my front door. Because the flooring is unfinished over by the door, because we're trying to figure out if we want to put tile there, if we want to rip out all the hardwoods and put tile everywhere, if we want to add hardwoods, whatever. So that part of the place is unfinished. And nothing sits straight in this house, so there's gaps along everything. So this guy just straight up walked right through the bottom of my door and was crawling along my wall, and I was like, oh my God. And so I Googled what kills cockroaches that doesn't involve me having to go hand-to-hand combat with this thing, because I'm good with long distance attacks. I'm good as a sharpshooter. I'm good as, like, if we're talking video game terms, I always like considered myself either the archer or the mage or anything like that. And when it comes into situations like this, I'm still very much like that. I'm like, I would rather spray something. I would rather shoot something from afar. I would rather do anything other than go hand-to-hand combat with this thing, because it will win. And so I was Googling everything, and luckily when I was back in Oregon, I bought this insect repellent that's perfectly safe for pets. Because back in Oregon, I also lived on a large green space, so bugs were also constantly trying to get into my house or apartment over there. So I bought this repellent that's mint but it's safe for pets. I don't really know the magic behind that because I know peppermint oil is bad for cats and dogs. But for some reason it doesn't bother Mel. I mean, she doesn't like the smell of it because it's strong, but she just leaves the room. Like, she just goes and chills somewhere else. She seems totally fine with it. And I've used like a third of the bottle so far, just in like the time I've had it, and I've had no issues with pets. I still get very nervous every time I use it because I know essential oils and like pure extracts and stuff can affect animals. So I do pay a lot of attention to Mel when I have to use that stuff, but I continue to use it because it's so effective. And I sprayed it in that front room. I sprayed my little Harry Potter door that goes up to my bedroom. So I made sure that thing wasn't going anywhere near my bedroom. I sprayed the archway that goes into the living room. So I like basically trapped it in the front room. And then I put down like a couple sticky traps because Google said that if you put down some sticky traps, you can catch them that way. Mint kills them, like all this stuff. So I was like, okay, cool. And I was watching it. This is over the span of like 3 hours. I've been Snapchatting my parents the whole time because I was like, I don't know what to do in this situation. So I ran, got 409 and the cleaner and the broom, ran back. And by the time I came back, that thing was gone. And I'm like, that thing wasn't moving fast enough at any given time to suddenly become Speedy Gonzalez and run from one end of the room to the other. And I'm like, where did this thing go? And so I was literally standing there and I had to turn the light off, but the light was right next to the front door where it came from. And so I was like sitting there, I was inching my way through. I was freaking out. Every time I like started getting the creepy crawlies, I was like, oh my God, it's on me. And it disappeared. So I haven't seen it since. Hasn't been in the rest of the house, unless it's in the walls. I'm gonna hope not. And I'm gonna hope it just went right out the front door because I would have seen it go through the living room or something like that, and yeah. But yeah, so it's gone. Hopefully it left and it's told all of its friends that, hey, that house is full of mint and has a cat and has a crazy lady in it. So let's just stay away from that one. But I'm on a farmhouse, so there's always a new bug to tackle. The downside to living on a farm. So I'm not one for bugs. So that is gonna be a new thing for me, something that I'm gonna have to get used to. But that is why I've had a late start to the morning, because I was up till like 2 o'clock last night freaking out, wondering if I'm gonna die if I go to sleep with this cockroach in my house. And it would be cool if I could get the whole room like done today, because I've got a lot of work to do for Treats and Chill. Okay, so it is now 4:30 on Monday, and I am done with the 2-day refresh. There is obviously going to be some things that I work on in the future, like putting pictures in the frames I hung up, and I'm going to be on the search for like a little cubby table thing for my printer. But other than that, the room is basically done. So I'm going to show you guys everything that I did in 2 days. Whole thing took less than 48 hours, probably more like 36 hours. So let's turn it around and see what's up. As you walk in, that whole fireplace wall is all gray now instead of the cream and red that was there. This will turn into my small business wall. So all of my business cards that I get, or any kind of like props or like merch or anything like that, I'm gonna put here as my support small business wall. This is my fireplace now. I brought the gray all the way up. I kept the black in the cracks and then just painted the rest gray, so it gave it a lot more dimension. and propped up some photos and some little Christmassy stuff. Put my plant back there. My packaging closet. So all of my shipping materials for the monthly baking boxes are in here. My sweatshirts that I made for the original logo is in here. So if I remake these with the new logo or if I get new merch, that'll all come in here. All of my event stuff and my seasonal packaging's up there. And here's all of that. So this hasn't changed that much. I'm going to look for a little cubby wall table thing right here to hold my printer up. And that is my ring light for all of my videos and everything. So that is all gonna be in that corner. And then the big accent wall that I ended up doing looks like that. So I took the same paint that we're gonna do the front room in, that little peach color, and I used that as the mid-tone on this, dry brushed it on, and then I had some old paints back from when I used to be a painter, and I took gold, so it's a metallic tone, tinted the peach color, so I had that as the darker shade, and then I took that tinted shade and I put some of the original wall color back in it to make a lighter shade. So there's 3 different shades in there on top of the base wall color. And I took it about 3/4 of the way up the wall because I didn't want the design to be so busy it took away from my gallery wall that I wanted to do, which I will probably end up adding on. And I'm definitely gonna be like replacing some of them for the seasons and everything like that. And I need to obviously like put photos in those. But yeah, so that's what that looks like. And then my bookcase is still there. I just kind of made it more diagonal so the whole room didn't feel so angular. And my calendar's right there. So yeah, this is my new office. I finally put in the hooks to hold my curtains. So now I can finally pull my curtains back and look out on the property while I work. And then my desk has not changed that much. Actually, I think this is the only thing I haven't changed. And then Mel's chilling there on the bottom. But yeah, so I did it. This whole thing took less than 48 hours, probably closer to 36. Finished it by 4:30 today. And this is what it looks like. So obviously none of my projects are gonna be completely done because it is a house and it's ever evolving and it's a business that's ever evolving. So this room is probably going to be ever evolving as well. But I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I'm really excited to be working in here again. And I'm just very excited. I'm super excited for 2022. And I'm excited to be working on my business full time. I'm excited to be growing all of my own ingredients. I'm excited to start building my garden soon. I'm just very excited for what the future has to hold. And every time I get a little stressed out now, I can just come into my beautiful office and chill and work. You know, it shouldn't be like relaxing to work for me. That might be an issue, but that is another video. Hi everybody. So I am in my newly redone office and today is all about video editing. This video actually. But I gotta make a quick pit stop to the post office because this is my Christmas present to everybody back home. And I do realize it's the 21st. And the odds of this making it there by Christmas might be a little tough. Things might be dry by the time they get there. But hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully.